It's a very unique festival. It's got a lot of history behind it, which, not every festival does. It's challenging. You play a lot of music. You get to sight read a lot. It's easy to have a very personal experience here.
I think there's a strong tradition in the dynamic of the ensemble and the conductor and the teacher. It's very unique in the sense that the teacher is there to give immediate feedback to the students. We are kind of there as spectators in a way, but also we got to really experience as musicians what it's like to kind of see things through the eyes of the conductor.
The school is so dedicated to the score and so dedicated to making it easy for the players to play. A clear technique is one of the biggest traditions here, so that it facilitates a sense of ease among the players and a sense of unity due to that very clear baton technique.
It's an opportunity to study a lot of music and get a lot of time in front of an orchestra. It's not with a sextet like a lot of conducting master classes where you just reduce everything down. You have maybe 2 people at a piano playing the wind parts. There is substantial time on the podium to do work because you have room to work with. And you also play, which I think is great, to play all the music as well.
Working with Maestro Jinbo is amazing. He's a lot like a marble sculptor where he sees what you can be and tries to get everything else out of the way just to bring out everything that you need to be.
I think it's really intimidating at first because Maestro Jinbo is so good at zoning in right on your insecurities, and for the instrumentalists too. Nothing gets past him. It's very, very close to the professional world. That's what we need to get used to, and that's why this program is so helpful for us to grow. Like, even we're only at the end of week 2 and there's already been a tremendous improvement in everyone.
If you make a couple of mistakes or you're not completely there, the orchestra may not be on your side for very long. And as young conductors, we don't get much opportunity. And when we do, we really have to take advantage of it. We have to be perfect as we can be, as ready as we can be. And this school really helps people prepare for that. You have to go from large to small. Don't worry about details until you understand the basic picture of either the movement or the piece. We're all part of the ensemble, we're all learning from each other, and we're all there to support each other and to get as much out of it as you can as quickly as possible.
That you get to see so many different conductors, so many different styles, and because most of the people here play in the orchestra, you get to also experience it from a player's perspective. So you're just learning all kinds of things from just that interaction, and then getting to go up there yourself. It's unique in that way. I can't think of any other festival that has that many different conductors, that much repertoire, and also lets you play in the orchestra at the same time.
Well, I started here as a student in the summer of 1983. And I was a student here for several years and eventually became an assistant to my teacher, Charles Brooke. Because at this point, Brooke was getting into his later years, and he said that the only reason he could continue teaching was to have someone who could take over some responsibility like I did, and also to organize things for him so things were easier. He was one of those people that all of us always felt was never going to die, because he always seemed the same every year, summer to summer. Into his 80s, he seemed the same. Unfortunately, he contracted cancer, but what ultimately happened was there was enough of the board that just felt comfortable with my taking over that I was given the position. In some ways, I jumped into it very easily. In other ways, it was difficult because the big legacy of the school, and never feeling that you quite live up to all that greatness that came before you. I've heard many stories about Monteux and what just a natural person he was. He wasn't the maestro. That he felt very, I think, paternally towards his players, and I'm assuming towards his students. That doesn't mean that he couldn't come out with a sharp, sarcastic comment, but it was probably done more with a twinkle in the eye. But just that notion of being the kind of conductor that orchestras loved playing for, that's something that I try to keep in mind. I can't do what I do teaching here without having some confidence. But on the other hand, I feel very, very humbled by it. And I try to convey that same approach to the students, to be open to what's around them and not to be so quick to make decisions about things, to consider things more carefully, and to treat the musicians as equals and to conduct in such a way that's helping the musicians and not impressing the audience. Being committed to trying to figure out what it was the composer wanted to do and to be faithful to that, to be a servant to their creative vision, which doesn't mean to do literally everything on the page, because perhaps things were not written explicitly, but that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be considered and done.
There's a lot of work and a lot of music, but there's plenty of time for social activities for instrumentalists and conductors. There's so much sightseeing around here. There's lobsters for as cheap as $5 a pound. And we have Ultimate Frisbee every day at 3 p.m.
You're given the opportunity to expand your horizons and really push yourself as a musician and a conductor. And that's what Pierre had in mind.
There is no other program, in fact, anywhere that has a curriculum as extensive of up to 60 works that are studied or read or performed in the course of 6 weeks, our program. Approximately half the pieces are performed on Sunday concerts, which have been a tradition in the program, every Sunday afternoon for the 6 weeks. Others are read in rehearsal, and some are performed now during some Wednesday programs as well.